National Football League is on the air. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store
between the Washington Commanders
and the New Orleans Saints. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game?
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Gibson again. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And it's fielded at the 34. And he goes out right around the 39. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll look to throw.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And this is taken at the 23. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And a 3 and out on that 1st drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That 1st series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He completes it to Evans. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Play action. Now Jackson.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Straight ahead, Gibson.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Jackson. This one caught by Kittle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second down and 7. Jackson. Open man is Samuel, complete.
So the completion good for just 3. And now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Throwing is Jackson.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson,
a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders have struck first in this NFC title game.
Well, we know he can run the ball. There he shows he has the ability to do a little bit more.
That's what you call a complete player. A guy who can run it, catch it, probably can protect the passer when necessary, but his skills are best used when you get the ball in his hands.
And that's the thing. When you've got an athlete like that, you want to get the ball to him in multiple ways, right?
Without a doubt, because he often creates mismatches about who can cover him, whether he's coming out of the backfield or even lining up like a receiver.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
This is taken just shy of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Back to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
He's got room at the 30.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get the ball carriers, but in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Here we go. Third and goal here, a big play brewing in this NFC title game.
Black shot. They'll set up to throw. Caught on the slant. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. Fourth and goal.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
Ready. They'll go with the keeper. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent, and that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A give up the middle to Gibson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch, maybe you move some.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Justin Jefferson,
42 yards.
And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Smith will come in motion right. They'll come out throwing here on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6.
They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
Second down and inches.
Complete. Jefferson to target.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. On play action, they'll throw. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 39.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Second down, there's the option going left. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Buying time to his left.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept the pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
We're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jamin Davis,
he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Jackson from the shotgun. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Jackson.
And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd and 2. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Justin Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw pulled in by Kittle. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From just shy of midfield, Jackson.
The same target, same result. It's Kittle.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
They go play action now. Jackson.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Play action. It's Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Paulson and Debo. And the Saints are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charlie, so what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. This is caught inside the 15.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll look to throw here. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain from the 3 now. Here they come on 3rd and goal.
22 needle. Ready?
They'll try to run this one in. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
They're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their backs really against the wall now. And we knew how tough it would be for them. You're coming on the road, NFC title game, crazy environment, and certainly just not looking good here in the 4th.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Jackson's throw taken in by Samuel.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 40 yards.
And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
They'll try and run it here. And he'll get in for the score. And that's going to cut the lead down to 13.
So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this NFC champs.
And you feel like family. Never at any time do you feel more like family than when you're sharing the joy of being the NFC champs. And now everyone gets to say they're going to the Super Bowl.